Right, so this is me watching Married at First Sight UK Season 9 Episode 1. And you know what? I'm not usually a fan of these reality TV shows, right? I don't really dig them. However, I watched an episode or two recently at a friend's and I thought, you know what? This would be good to do a reaction to. Because actually, what I do find interesting about reality shows is not so much the drama, but I like kind of analyzing and deconstructing the dynamics and the behaviors of people and also kind of people's impressions around dating and relationships and love and romance and all this sort of stuff. And so I come from it from an analytical point of view. And for me, that makes it more interesting when I'm watching these things as opposed to enjoying these people's antics and behaviors. But actually, I think there are a lot of learning points through things like this. I think these are good mediums to use to extract some of the behaviors and some of the belief systems, the thought process, the emotional reactions people have, and apply them to real life situations. So actually, I think this would be a good thing to do. So I'm going to now start my process here. Now I'm starting on season 9. So obviously I'm very late to the party. But I'm going to go through season 9, work my way through all the episodes there, break down episodes, so do recaps, do character analysis, do relationship dynamics, and make predictions about what I think is going to happen in their relationship, whether they will last, whether they will break up, everything in between, basically. So anyway, without further ado, let me get into the episode, share my thoughts and stuff as the thing goes on. So let's get into it.
I'm happy in my job, I love my friends, I love my family, but I'm missing a partner.
All across the UK.
I know true love is out there for me. I've just never found it.
22 brave singles.
Love is something I know I deserve.
From all walks of life.
I believe in true love, and I do know that my forever person is out there.
Are taking an astonishing leap of faith.
True love means everything. I hope that she is the one. I've always dreamt of my soulmate and the love of my life.
So, you know, the first thing that really strikes me in this is people's mental model about relationships and how relationships work, right? So this lady here is talking about she's got the career, she's got everything, she's got her money in order, she's got her friends, she's got her family, and the one thing that she's missing is that romantic partner, the love of her life. You know, there's another guy here who's talking about, you know, he knows his true love is out there. He knows, right? He knows this. How does he know this? I don't know. He believes it, but how does he know it? Because if you knew it, why don't you know where to find her? And then there's this kind of like, oh my God, I know true love is out there. People mystify this process, don't they? But I find that interesting anyway. Like, the kind of psychological approach people bring to this process is they think it's going to complete them. And obviously we know that this is obviously not true, right? But they still approach this as a way of, if I could just get this thing, everything would be all right. What that really does is from the beginning, there's a lot of stake put on this quest. And whether it fails or succeeds or not, if it goes balls up, you're going to be in a world of disappointment. So anyway, let's get into it.
I'm so close to giving up on love, but I'm willing to give it one last shot.
The dream we all chase.
All I've ever wanted is love.
Where did that dream come from? I mean, I know your name's not Martin Luther King, so where did that dream come from? I'm intrigued. But I know, I mean, this is our cultural programming. This is our social and cultural programming. But these are adults, kind of adults in their 20s and their 30s, and maybe even a bit older. I'm just guessing based on what they look like. And they still got this kind of Disney idea about what relationships and love and romance is about.
Be loved.
The dream of a happy ever after.
Love is the most beautiful thing. I hope there's someone out there I can give my heart to.
I mean, marriage is forever, supposedly. And it's either forever or it's certainly for the duration to when you raise your kids in the family and you become an empty nester. You may at that point choose to go your own ways. But marriage is forever. It's an interesting concept. And if something is forever, are we going to make that decision at first sight? Would we choose a career at first sight? Would we choose a house at first sight? I'm just posing the questions. You let me know.
It is the most beautiful thing. I hope there's someone out there I can give my heart to.
The dream of lasting love.
The right person is definitely out there.
The dream of lasting love. I know that true love exists. I know love is the most beautiful thing out there. How do you know that? I'm intrigued to where people get these ideas from, especially at that age as well. Like, if you've had love, for you to know it's the best thing out there, you must have A, experienced it and compared it to everything else, but you've also lost in love. And how did that feel? And that is part of the price of pursuing love, isn't it? Is that you risk losing it, right? Just like every investment, you may end up with less capital than when you started. And past performance is not an indicator for future performance. But anyway, let's get into it.
The right person is definitely out there.
I'm risking everything for love.
As they marry at first.
Sorry, I find this interesting as well. I'm risking everything for love. I'm risking everything. I've got to applaud someone for this. Like, I've got to applaud people for that. Look, life's about risks. If you believe in something deeply, you probably should pursue it with all your might. But your expectations need to be tempered, I would say, because at the end of the day, we're talking about, again, well, we have to get into people's definitions of love, but we're talking about people's emotions here. And emotions are a slippery thing, to say the least. So I just find these things, you know, people's mental approach to these things is probably what sets them up for a lot of disappointment later on down the line.
I so want to get married. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to be single the rest of my life.
16 brides and grooms to be.
Oh my God!
What's your name?
I'm Emma. What's your name? It's Christina.
Are about to embark on a life-changing experiment.
Dude, just me and you then? Just us two so far. Real? What's your name? Alex. Alex, nice to meet you as well, man. Kieran.
I've never been in love, so I've put a lot of trust in the experts.
The experts.
I'm ready to get down the aisle and hopefully meet the woman of my dreams.
And are marking their final night of being single with their stag and hen
Okay, so
parties.
they're having stag and hen do's in the final night before they meet the people who they're going to marry.
How's it going,
How are they
bro?
going to get matched?
Absolute tanks.
Interesting to know how they're going to get matched.
Jesus, it couldn't get any bigger.
How you feeling?
Yeah, good. I'm excited. How do you both feel about it?
I've got a stress rash.
Oh, God!
I've lived a fabulous life. I've got so many friends. The only thing I haven't had is
Boyfriend.
a boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Well, shocked.
But I would adore to be loved. I haven't had a boyfriend before, so walking down the aisle.
She's not had a boyfriend before, and yet she's seeking, she's got everything, but she's not had a boyfriend. That is, and she's risking a lot. I mean, relationships is about experience, man. So you need to have experience before you do these things.